Blessed love, give thanks for life, health and strength. Welcome to the Africa for Africans network. On this video, we're going to be looking at top 10 lowest currencies in Africa 2023. A weak currency refers to a nation's money that has seen its value decrease in comparison to other countries. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be putting these currencies against the US dollar and the South African rand. So make sure you watch to the end so you can see which country is rated the lowest currency. Let's go. At number 10, the Malawian kwacha. The kwacha replaced other types of currency, namely the UK pound, the South African rand, and the Rhodesian dollar that had previously circulated through the Malawian economy. The name kwacha derives from Nyanja, Bemba, Tonga language, word for dawn, alluding to the Zambian nationalist slogan of a new dawn of freedom. Malawi mainly exports tobacco, which accounts for 55% of the total exports. Others include uranium, sugar, tea and coffee. Malawi's main export partners is the European Union, which is 50% of the total exports, and others include Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and the United States. $1 is equivalent to 1,029 MWK, and 1 South African rand is equivalent to 5732 MWK. Malawian kwacha has 7 notes from 20 to 5,000 kwachas. At number 9, we have the Rwandan franc. In 1994, genocide destroyed Rwanda's fragile economic base, severely impoverishing the population, particularly women, and eroded the country's ability to attract private and external investment. However, Rwanda has made significant progress in stabilizing and improving its economy. Rwanda began issuing its own francs in 1964, 2 years after gaining independence, replacing the Belgian Congo. Rwandan exports to the US are dominated by coffee, macadamia, nuts. It's also a member of the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa. $1 is equivalent to 1,084 RWF, and 1 South African rand is equivalent to 6057 RWF. Number 8, the Burundian franc. The franc became the currency of Burundi in 1916, when the Belgium occupied the former German colony and replaced the German East African rupee. With the Belgian Congo franc, Burundi used the currency of Belgian Congo until 1960. When the Rwandan and Burundi franc was introduced, it then began using its own franc in 1964. Burundi's main exports include coffee, cotton, and skins. Main export partners are Switzerland, Pakistan, Belgium, and the UK. $1 is equivalent to 2,082 BIF, and 1 South African rand is equivalent to 116 BIF. Number 7, the Congolese franc. This could be due to the reduction in the economy of the Democratic Republic of Congo since the 80s. Congo's mineral exports include diamonds, which account for almost 1/2 of trade revenue, are the country's most valuable export, including crude petroleum and copper, which are also significant. Export partners include Tanzania, China, South Africa. $1 is equivalent to 2,086 CDF, and 1 South African rand is equivalent to 116 CDF. Number 6, Tanzanian shilling. The shilling is the currency of Tanzania that replaced the East African shilling on June 1966 at par. Amount in Tanzanian shilling is written in form of X or Y, where X is the amount above shilling, while Y is the amount for cent. Tanzania's major exports include gold, tobacco, coffee, tea, and manufactured goods. Tanzania's main export partners are India, Japan, China, Netherlands, and Germany. $1 is equivalent to 2,039 TZS. 1 South African rand is equivalent to 130 TZS. Number 5. The Ugandan shilling. The value of the Ugandan shilling has continued to depreciate against the dollar in recent months. Currency depreciation is a fall in the value of a currency in terms of its exchange rate versus other currencies. Some of the leading causes of currency depreciation are low export earnings, the surge in imports, high interest rates, and reduced monetary policy interest rates. Uganda mostly exports agricultural products, 80% of total exports, followed by tea, cotton, copper, oil and fish. Uganda's main export partners are Sudan, Kenya, Netherlands, South Africa and DRC. $1 is equivalent to 3,065 UGX and 1 South African rand is equivalent to 204 UGX. Number 4. Malagasy Ariary. The Ariary is the currency of Madagascar. The name Ariary derives from the pre-colonial Spanish word real, being a name of silver dollar. Madagascar has extensive deposits of minerals and produces nickel, chromium, cobalt and ilmenite. Its nickel mining, run by the mining company Ambertovi, ranks among the largest in the world. Madagascar's main export partners are the United States, Germany, China, Netherlands and France. $1 is equivalent to 4,318 MGA. 1 South African rand is equivalent to 241 MGA. Number 3. Guinean franc. The first Guinean franc was introduced in 1995 to replace the CFA franc. The Guinean franc is the currency of Guinea. Guinea is one of the African countries with the most inflated currencies. The country's currency is weak due to high inflation rates, increasing poverty, and devalued currency. Guinea's top exports are gold, aluminium oxide, crude petroleum, and non-fillet frozen fish. Importing mostly to the United Arab Emirates, China, India, Belgium, and Switzerland. $1 is equivalent to 8,633 GNF, and 1 South African rand is equivalent to 482 GNF. Number 2. Sierra Leone. The leone is the currency of Sierra Leone. It was introduced on the 4th of August 1964, replacing the British West African pound. The leone suffers from high inflation due to civil war, economic struggles, diseases, and recent COVID-19 pandemic. Sierra Leone is well known for its vast endowment in minerals, which include diamonds, gold, limonite, platinum, chromonite, and cocoa. Sierra Leone's main export partners are China, the United States, Belgium, and India. $1 is equivalent to 17,665 SLL. 1 South African rand is equivalent to 987 SLL. Number 1. Sao Tome and Principe, Dobra. The Dobra is the currency of Sao Tome and Principe. It is abbreviated DP and was introduced in 1977, replacing the escudo at par due to past inflation. The Dobra is currently the lowest currency in Africa and the smallest on the continent. However, the island state is an exporter of cocoa, coffee, beans, gas turbines, and aircraft parts. But this is not enough to support the local economy at an appropriate level. Exporting mostly to Singapore, Switzerland, Netherlands, France, and Poland. $1 is equivalent to 22,823 STD. 1 South African rand is equivalent to 1,268 STD. There you go, those are our top 10 lowest African currencies for 2023. If you enjoyed the video and want more similar content, make sure to comment and subscribe. Till next time, blessed love.